Hey guys, my name is Regeneration, and welcome to another video on Regeneration. Today's video talking about RuneScape private servers. Are they good? Are they bad? Let's get into the video. So, as you can see, I have a RuneScape private server list. There is a shit ton of RuneScape private servers. Not going to lie, there is literally, like, holy shit, I think there was like 1,600 something on this fucking list alone, and there's multiple lists on Google. Yeah, basically 1,700. Oh, and I think it goes more. Oh my god. So anyways, let's get into what a RuneScape private server is. A RuneScape private server is basically a personal server that is made by different people, and basically you yourself can look up the cache to download your own version of any RuneScape game from any year, any version of RuneScape from at least 3.17, which is 2006, all the way to the present. However, the newer ones are very harder to code. Now, a lot of people do this just because they want their own unique private servers, and they just want to play the game that they love at the same time while being able to learn how to code it themselves and also garnish money from it as well. Now, the downside to having RuneScape private servers is the fact that it's fucking illegal. Let's go to this one and check it out. Now, this video is not supported by any RuneScape private server or any servers in general, as I'm kind of against the fact that it is copyright infringement to Jagex, but nonetheless, these things exist, so I wanted to talk about them. So, let's get into basically RuneScape private servers. So, you have a home button like normal RuneScape. You have a forums button where you can talk to other players. Let's take a look at what these forums have to talk about. Now, obviously, private servers, you can mod them however you want, so you can have different people with different types of moderator status. Like, for this guy has a fucking bronze moderator status. I don't even know what that means, you know, but you have, like, the same thing as normal RuneScape. News and announcements, updates, knowledge base, feedback, suggestions, community support, that kind of thing. Let's go ahead and go to the vote button. Now, what the vote button does for a RuneScape private server is if you played this server and you wanted to get some kind of prize, usually a server will give you a prize for voting. What you would do is you would vote on one or more of these type of lists right here. This particular list, topg.org, is actually right here. So how you vote is you just click and basically it instantly votes. Just put in your username from the private server that you play and press vote. Now what that does on these private servers is, let's see, when we go to Dreamscape, is this going to take there? Yes, this is going to take us straight to their thing. Okay, let's try Soul Plays. I believe Soul Plays actually gives us its stats. And it should. Okay, so what a voting button does is when you vote, it shows a count of votes right here. It is basically your popularity vote, how many people like your game. And this basically boosts you higher up in these lists so that people can find you, and so that you'll have more players and more income. Now, as I said before, this is totally illegal. It is copyright infringement by Jagex, and it is totally against their policies. Even playing one, I'm pretty sure, is against something, at least. Now, being a player moderator, or at least I used to be, as I talked about in my last video, this resonates kind of personally with me because of two reasons. For one, as I said, it's just fucking illegal, and I feel bad that Jagex does not get the money that they deserve from their game when you have literally thousands of private servers taking, you know, even if it's a few people here and there. Let's say there's 10,000 private servers. That means that if there's 10,000 private servers, and let's say each one has about 50 people averagely playing, that is, what, 500,000 people? Or, no, 50,000? I can't even do fucking math. I honestly don't even remember. But, nonetheless, that is a huge, you know, a huge chunk of people that are online currently right this minute that are not paying Jagex, or at least playing their game on free-to-play, and they lose the support and the revenue from their own game because these people chose to basically take what RuneScape has made and fucking, you know, steal it, basically. Nonetheless, I do like private servers, you know, for the fact that it gives everybody their own unique sense of the game. You can play the game that you love and learn how to code games at the same time while making money. I think that's cool, and there's a lot of things I also like about private servers. So, for instance, on Dreamscape, the one I clicked on, you have events where you can win money. There's different bosses, and you can also have custom items. Now, a lot of private servers are either older versions of RuneScape that people want or that people miss, different than old school, and a lot of new versions or even things with custom items that have not been actually introduced into the actual game of RuneScape. And that's the reason that a lot of people make private servers, is so they can make their own unique private server, which is like, let's take a look at number 2 over here, Runique. It is literally, it says unique in the fucking name. So, obviously it is a unique game. Now, that is why a lot of these private servers are played by people. Another one like this one right here, Furious Bouquet, you can actually spawn your own items and set what level you want, and you could just instantly start PKing, And, a lot of these private servers have settings where you could switch between old school and EOC modes, kind of like real RuneScape. There's just a lot of things about, why a lot of people play RuneScape private servers and not actual RuneScape. Now, most people that play private servers and most people that play RuneScape have played vice versa. I personally have played a few. I don't play them anymore because I have 3 versions of RuneScape to play, obviously. Let's not vote for Dreamscape because I don't play Dreamscape. Nonetheless, I digress that I have 3 versions of RuneScape to play already, and that's the actual game. I'll stick with the actual game. All the private servers that I used to play, they are either shut down or they changed so much that I just didn't want to play them anymore. And besides, I was kind of, annoyed at the fact that I knew it was technically illegal. I don't know if it's illegal to play them, as I said, but it's just illegal to have them up. And that kind of annoyed me, and also the fact is, just looking at all these private servers, half of these probably won't even be here by next year. That's another thing. You could be staking your money if you're paying or voting or donating to these games, and they might not even, stay afloat, so that's another reason that I don't want, that I don't like them. At least normal RuneScape knows how to fucking stay afloat for 15 years. It's almost killed itself several times, which is probably half the reason that these exist. Nonetheless, it is still a surviving game, and a good game at that nonetheless. Now, I'm not saying that these games are not good, but, this is just everybody's unique taste on RuneScape, and it just happens to be copyright infringement. I also made my own private server, however, I did not put it online because of the fact that it is illegal. I only downloaded the client just to learn how to code the game myself, because I was interested in how they actually made RuneScape, and so that's why I did it. I never put it online, and I never was going to. But nonetheless, it is a pretty fun and very hard thing just to code in just Java, Nonetheless, all these people have made these, and they're making money, and they have tons of players and stuff like that. And, that's another thing that I don't like about private servers, is that you can donate money to them, which is cool because that helps the person who is making the game survive and keep updates coming out and new items and whatever, but at the same time, that's money that Jagex is losing. Not to say that they're already making a shit ton of money in ludicrous fashions. I would say, like, for instance, Treasure Hunter and just, buying bonds and shit like that, which personally I have done previously, so I can't really knock it too much, but nonetheless, I don't think that's a very rich part of the game. Nonetheless, it still exists. So, let's get back into more about how these work. So, they usually have a web client and a downloadable client, just like RuneScape. They have a store where I'm assuming you can buy items in exchange for real money that helps keep the website online. I'm assuming that's what this, yep. And yeah, this is basically the donation store. When you donate, you'll get usually a little money sign next to your name, and what the fuck, this guy has a minigun. That's pretty cool. Basically, you'll get, different items, and then you can always choose what you want and stuff like that. So, that's basically the rundown on how private servers work and what they are. It's literally just a for better or for worse ripoff of RuneScape made by somebody. Basically, a lot of these are made in people's bedrooms or in their garages. Anybody can pick it up and do it. It's just that, it is technically illegal. And here's another interesting thing to talk about. I mean, look at all these. Go back and look at all these private servers. Now, why, if it's so fucking illegal, is Jagex not going after these? My opinion on that is the fact that they're probably just giving up at this point. They've known that these existed for years and years, ever since I was like back in elementary school, and I heard about the first one, which was like Moparscape. I think that's still, yeah, one of the biggest ones. Moparscape, I think, was like one of the first popular private servers. And, you know, ever since then, I always wondered why RuneScape never went after these people, and I'm pretty sure they just said, you know, there's so many already, we're not going to fight lawsuits over all of these, thousands and thousands, it's just not worth it. You know, half of these are just kids in their basement that don't even have money, you know, to go to court against a big corporation like Jagex. You know, they just said, you know, whatever, do whatever you want, but you're still nonetheless breaking copyright, and if they wanted to, they could go, you know, after them, but I'm pretty sure they're not. However, I don't know that for a fact. Maybe they are. I just simply don't know. I just don't think they are. You know, because a lot of these have been up for years and nothing's really happened as far as I've seen, but nonetheless, that's something that I always found interesting, is the fact that Jagex doesn't seem to do much about it, considering the fact that they blatantly said it is totally against copyright. So, that is very interesting. So, what do I think about private servers personally? I think that they're very cool. I think that it is a unique take to RuneScape, and everybody can make their own version how they want. However, it's not very fucking easy. And it's, as I said, Jagex is not going to just give you their support when doing it. Maybe you can ask Jagex, I don't know, especially on like really old versions, like Classic or something, or even Devious Mud. I'm not even sure if Devious Mud is technically copyrighted under Jagex Limited, because Devious Mud was made before Jagex Limited was a company, I'm pretty fucking sure. But then again, nobody has any files of Devious Mud. I'm just saying that as an example. You know, I think it's very unique and cool, and you could do a lot of cool things. Like, you could have your own XP rates, you could have your own items, your own weapons, you know, your own fighting styles, you know, you could do whatever the fuck you want, which is pretty cool. I don't like them because of the fact that they're taking money away from the actual game. They're taking players from the actual game. And they're basically just cheap ripoffs looking to make a quick buck, in my opinion. And that, you know, just look at all these. You know, it's a place for players to go, I understand. But nonetheless, it is kind of hurting the actual game. Not that the actual game fucking tried to hurt itself any less, even if they didn't on purpose. And that's probably why half these exist, as I said previously. You know, but just the fact that, just look at all these. These are all homes to different players, you know? Just like RuneScape is home to me, you know, this is a home to somebody else. So I'm not going to bash it. I'm just saying, my personal opinion is that I don't like the, you know, the negatives that go with these, as far as they're just basically literally just capitalizing off of what Jagex has created, and, you know, trying to just make it better in their opinions. And I can respect that. You know, that is technically, in my opinion, a freedom of creativity. You know, but, you know, I would just feel better if they actually at least try to get the approval from Jagex, but then why try if they're just gonna fucking say no, or not respond at all, right? You know? So I could see the argument from both sides. As I said, I've played these before, I've made one before, you know, it's cool, but I'll honestly just stick to my normal RuneScape. You know, go down here, good old normal RuneScape. Let's open RuneScape right there. Oh, what's this? We have RuneScape Classic, and we have my old school buddy right there. Yeah, I'm good with just normal RuneScape. Look at that beautiful logo. You know, that classic logo. Actually, you know, you want to be talking about classic logo, we'll go on the classic. No pun intended. But anyways, so for this video, I am probably going to sign off and actually play RuneScape, because I haven't done that today. So let me know what you think about this video. And as I talked about before, I am, well, if it wants to load, I am this guy right here, Regeneration. By the way, this is actually my face in RuneScape, except for these eyes and mouth. I made that myself. I thought that was cool. So I hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching. Tell me down in the comment section what you guys think about private servers like this one, for example. I'm not sure if anybody does play Dreamscape. If you do, let me know, or any other private server. Anyways, tell me what you guys think about private servers, and I would really actually like to hear comments from Jagex themselves, or RuneScape themselves, about this this I guess problem they would see in their eyes. So let me know, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and wherever you guys are in the world, day or night, have a good one.